What's up, guys? It's Nofsky with Academia Audio, and today I'm going to show you how I remade Move Your Body by Ownboss Sevek. This is what it sounds like. So that was the remake, guys, and really quick before we jump in, I do want to mention we have a free gift for you guys, so please stay tuned to the end of the video to find out what that is. So I'm sure the reason you guys all clicked on this video was to know how to make this main lead sound right here. So that is what we are going to start with. I am using Serum to make this lead, and this is the patch right here. So I'm going to move through this quickly, so feel free to pause at any point in the video to copy my settings. Oscillator A, we have the Monster 1 wavetable, -2 on the octave and -10 on the fine tune. I have the wavetable position at 76. For oscillator B, I have the FM semitone +7. And that's what really gives it that double note vibe, if that makes sense. 2 on the unison, the detune pulled down, wavetable position at 228. Ignore the FM from being quantized. I was just trying to find the right tonality of the sound, and I ended up not using them. All the automation that's happening on the levels is coming from LFO 1. I also have some going on the cutoff as well. As far as effects go, I have a little bit of diode 2 distortion, drive knob at 56, mix knob at 38. I have some delay going on, and I'm really using a very fast delay, 1/64th, just to kind of give it that double effect. I don't have any multiband compression happening, so ignore this. I actually have it turned off here, so we can click that off. I am using the flanger for automation purposes, so if we go ahead and hit A. So if we look here, this is the automation, and all it's doing is raising up the mix knob on the flanger at these parts. So without any post-processing, this is where we're at. Now I went ahead and added some decapitator for distortion to kind of beef up the sound. I went ahead and shaped the sound after that using an EQ, cutting everything below 168 and everything above 5800. I added a little bit of OTT as well at 50%, and then I went ahead and added a compressor to just kind of make that sound more consistent. After the processing, this is where we're at. I went ahead and did some more processing on the whole bus altogether. I have a little bit of glue compressor, another instance of OTT, and then another EQ just to shape the sound. As far as the other sounds I have going on, I do have this buzz stab. And this is a preset from our Exhale Serum preset pack, so definitely go check that out if you guys have not. And then the last thing going on in the drop is this guy. And that is another preset from our Exhale Serum preset pack. The only thing different that I added was I did add a little bit of delay to kind of give it that washout effect, and I increased the reverb just a little bit. So that pretty much wraps up the whole synth bus. Let's jump over to the bass. This is what the bass bus sounds like. So the bass in this song is really cool, and the reason why is when I was listening to the original, I was trying to figure out the pattern of the kick versus the pattern of the bass and how they interacted together. At first I did a kick pattern at boom, 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 and then I realized that was not the kick in the original. The kick in the original is actually just 4 on the floor, and then all those kicks you're hearing in the background are coming from the sub bass. And so this is what they sound like together. So really cool. Let me go ahead and show you how I made this bass. This is also another preset. A lot of times when I make these songs, I really try to utilize our own presets and our own samples just to kind of showcase them. So all that's going on in this sound is I have 2 basic shaped sine waves. One is raised up an octave. I have the level being modulated by LFO 1. These are my envelope settings, and then the actual kick sound is coming from the noise section. I have it on a 1 shot, the volume about 50%, and then I actually have this going through the filter over here to tone it down a little bit so it wasn't so sharp. I have absolutely no effects on it. As far as post-processing goes, I do have a little bit of Saturn saturation on there. I have an EQ just to shape the sound. I have a compressor, and then I have another EQ boosting a frequency, and that is it. For the second bass, I did want a little more top end crunch, and so I'm actually using a jazz bass from the Kashmir Seven Skies pack. I did go ahead and EQ it to kind of put it in this pocket, and that is pretty much it for the bass bus. Now for the drums. All I have going on here is just a basic kick. I have a clap. I have another clap. I have this percussion loop, and then I have some hi-hats. I also have some fills. Nothing fancy here, guys, just very straightforward. I believe drums should be very simple, and minus panning a few things and shaping a few things with an EQ. Really, if you use quality samples, you're good to go. So I did go ahead and saturate it a little bit with just some gentle saturation, drive knob at 30%. I did a little bit of compression, and then I'm using auto filter for a little bit of automation right here that I heard in the original sound. And that pretty much wraps up the drum bus. Let's move to the effects. For the effects, I only have 3 effects. I heard a little crowd noise chant thing right when the drop hits, and so I'm using this one. And then I also heard a little like exhaust white noise something, so this is what I'm using there. And then I also heard some like moaning and groaning or something in the second part, and so this is what I got. And that is pretty much the whole song. I know you guys are looking at this project like, what the heck, dude, this is so freaking simple. And again, yes, it is simple. It also is a remix, so I know it doesn't sound exactly like the original, but I wanted to get as close as possible to you guys, and maybe the bass or the lead or something can inspire you guys to make a track in a similar style. So that pretty much wraps up this whole video. I know it was short and sweet, but I do want to keep it to the point. I know y'all's time is valuable, and so as for the free gift that I mentioned earlier, it is a template, a free template, and we have a whole video explaining how it's going to help you start and stay in the creative flow. So free download down below in the description. Definitely go check that out. Also check out our sample packs and our preset packs. And please give this video a like, share, and subscribe. It really, really helps us. We want to keep going so we can add value to you guys. Again, I hope this inspired you guys. Y'all have a blessed day, and peace.